把这风景都看遍，为你写一页诗篇，几行誓言，几个长篇，几次相约。
Zhang Linghe was once just a rising name in Chinese costume dramas. Then Pursuit of Jade arrived. Within a few weeks, he went from someone familiar inside the C-drama community to a name being talked about on Netflix worldwide. The heat index on Tencent passed 31,000. He hit the global non-English top list on Netflix. Millions of new followers. That was the moment that redefined his career. But only a few months later, Overdue premiered. Same actor. Same massive expectations. The result was completely different. Hi, I'm Jessica, and this is Unseen File. Today we're going to break down the two most important dramas in Zhang Linghe's recent journey. One that pushed him to the top, one that made people start asking questions. No sugarcoating, no forced defense. Just a clear look at the numbers, the audience reaction, and what's really happening with his career right now. First, let's talk about Pursuit of Jade. The series aired in March 2026. Zhang Linghe played Xie Zheng, a once powerful marquis who was betrayed, lost everything, and had to live under a different identity while secretly preparing his revenge. This character was not perfect. He was cold, calculating, sometimes ruthless, yet underneath it all was a deep layer of damage and loneliness. That complexity is what gave the role real weight. It wasn't just about looking good, it was about carrying a full inner world. What made Pursuit of Jade stand out wasn't only the script. The visual quality was carefully crafted. The lighting, camera angles, costumes, and set design all carried a more cinematic feel than typical television dramas. Many people finished the show saying almost every frame could be used as a wallpaper. The chemistry between Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei also felt clean and natural. They didn't need excessive intimate scenes to create connection. Just the looks, the silences, and the way they treated each other in tense situations was enough. The results were clear. The heat index on Tencent broke past 31,000. On IQIY, it also crossed 10,000. The drama landed on Netflix's global top list for non-English titles. Zhang Linghe gained millions of new followers in a short time. From an actor well-liked within the costume drama audience, he suddenly became a name that international viewers were paying attention to. That's why people say Pursuit of Jade made his name. Not because he had never been popular before, but because this was the first time his career truly jumped to a higher level, both in recognition and commercial value. Now let's look at Overdue. The series aired from July 19, 2026, ran for 33 episodes, and ended in early August. This time, Zhang Linghe played Murong Qingyi, the youngest son of a warlord family in the Republican era. The character carried heavy trauma from his family, suffered abuse, had his fate swapped, and then fell into a relationship filled with revenge, faked death, and obsession. The genre was completely different from Pursuit of Jade. If Pursuit of Jade was historical political intrigue mixed with romance, Overdue was extreme Republican-era melodrama. Before it premiered, Overdue carried huge expectations, more than 10 million reservations. Brands poured in advertising money. Many believed that after Pursuit of Jade, Zhang Linghe would create another similar explosion. Reality turned out differently. In pure numbers, Overdue was not a failure. The heat index on Tencent once passed 22,000. Total effective views exceeded 7 billion. Market share, according to Yunhe data, reached nearly 19% at one point. Especially on the commercial side, the drama was recorded as one of the highest advertising revenue projects of 2026, estimated at close to $90 million. That means in terms of pulling views and pulling money, Zhang Ling still proved his draw. But when you look at audience reaction, the picture changes completely. The Douban score for Overdue hovered around 5.1 to 5.0. That was the lowest among the summer dramas that year. Most of the negative comments focused on visual quality, editing style, and the feeling that a short-form drama had been stretched into a long series. Many viewers pointed out that the filter was too bright and pale, the close-ups were excessive, and the lighting lacked depth, making the overall product look cheaper than expected for an S+ project. The AI-generated opening sequence also caused major controversy, forcing the production team to replace it within days. The script of Overdue chose to pack dense conflict from the very beginning. Faked death, revenge, toxic love, continuous twists. The pace was extremely fast, almost never letting the audience breathe. For viewers who enjoy strong emotions and high drama, this made them watch while complaining. But for those who had been spoiled by the subtlety and depth of Pursuit of Jade, Overdue felt lacking in resonance. Many comments said they finished Overdue and went straight back to rewatching Pursuit of Jade because they missed the feeling of a carefully invested production. One notable point is that Zhang Linghe's performance in Overdue still received praise. Many people noticed he tried to bring fragility and trauma to the character of Murong Qingyi. The scenes with no dialogue, relying only on eyes and small expressions, were still highly rated. The problem was not that he couldn't act. The problem was that the overall production did not elevate that performance to the same level Pursuit of Jade had achieved. From a career perspective, Pursuit of Jade was like a strong push that helped Zhang Linghe step onto a higher floor. Overdue was more like a test, to see whether he could hold attention and commercial value when he was no longer relying on the familiar visual advantages of costume roles. The results showed he could still pull large viewership and advertising money, but he had not yet created a second role with the same defining power as Xie Zheng. There's an interesting contrast when you compare the two dramas. Pursuit of Jade succeeded not only because Zhang Linghe was good-looking or performed well. It succeeded because the entire team, director, lighting, costumes, editing rhythm, moved in the same clear aesthetic direction. Overdue leaned toward maximizing conflict and emotion as quickly as possible. Two different approaches led to two different outcomes. One built long-term credibility, the other harvested short-term heat. After Pursuit of Jade, Zhang Linghe was no longer just an actor liked by a specific audience group. He became a name that platforms and brands were willing to invest heavily in. Overdue is the proof of that. Even with a low rating and criticism about production quality, the drama still brought in top-tier advertising revenue. This shows that his personal draw is now strong enough to commercially save a project, even when that project doesn't fully satisfy more demanding viewers. But that also increases the pressure. After having a Pursuit of Jade, every next drama of Zhang Linghe will be placed on the same scale. Overdue already demonstrated that clearly. People are no longer only asking whether a drama is good or not. They're asking whether it lives up to the standard that Pursuit of Jade set. In the next part, we'll go deeper into the specific differences in styling, chemistry, emotional handling of the two lead characters, and the most important question, after Overdue, where exactly does Zhang Linghe stand in the Chinese entertainment industry, and how his upcoming choices may affect the image he has just built. Earlier we saw one clear truth. Pursuit of Jade pushed Zhang Linghe to a new level. Overdue proved he can still pull views and money, but it did not create the same quality impact as before. Now let's dig deeper into the specific differences, because these details explain why the two dramas left such opposite impressions. First is the visual style and overall aesthetic. In Pursuit of Jade, almost every frame felt carefully considered. The lighting had depth, the color tones shifted between warm and cold depending on the character's emotional state, and the costumes and sets blended together to create a solid historical world. Viewers could feel the investment. Overdue took a different route. Bright pale filters, heavy close-ups, and many shots that felt rushed. A large number of viewers commented that the series looked more like a short-form drama stretched out than a carefully made long series. The AI-generated opening sequence damaged the first impression even more. Even though the production team replaced it quickly, the visual wound was hard to heal. Once the audience already carried a negative bias about quality, they started examining everything more critically. Next is the storytelling rhythm and character building. Pursuit of Jade allowed the character to grow gradually. Xie Zheng was never perfect or purely sympathetic from the start. He made cold decisions, showed selfishness at times, and revealed weakness at others. That complexity is what pulled viewers in. They didn't just like the character, they understood him. Overdue chose to stack conflict from the early episodes. Faked death, betrayal, toxic obsession, revenge, almost everything hit at once. The pace was fast and the emotions intense, which suited viewers who enjoy high drama. But the cost was depth. Many situations moved so quickly that the audience barely had time to feel anything before the next twist arrived. The result was a drama full of shocking moments, yet short on moments that stayed with people long after watching. Chemistry is another key point. In Pursuit of Jade, Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei created a natural connection. They didn't need excessive intimate scenes. The way they looked at each other, the way they spoke, and the way they protected each other in dangerous situations was enough to make the relationship feel believable. In Overdue, Zhang Linghe and Wang Churan also had chemistry, especially in the high-emotion scenes. But because the script leaned heavily into extreme melodrama, the relationship was constantly pushed into painful and controlling situations. Some viewers enjoyed that intensity. Others felt exhausted because there was almost no space for genuine tenderness. Zhang Linghe showed clear effort in both roles. In Pursuit of Jade, he controlled the cold exterior and the hidden damage very well. In Overdue, he brought a sense of fragility and occasional psychological instability that many people noticed. Quite a few viewers still praised his performance in Overdue, especially in the silent scenes. The issue was never that he couldn't act. The issue was that the overall production did not lift that performance to the same level Pursuit of Jade had achieved. When the visuals and editing lack refinement, even a strong effort from the actor struggles to leave a lasting impression. Now let's talk about the commercial side, because this is where Overdue actually won. Despite the low score and heavy criticism, Overdue still generated some of the highest advertising revenue of the year. Brands were willing to spend heavily. View counts remained very strong. This shows that Zhang Linghe currently has a large enough fan base and personal draw to guarantee commercial results, even when a project is not highly rated for quality. That is both an advantage and a pressure. The advantage is that he no longer depends entirely on every single drama being excellent in order to survive. The pressure is that more demanding viewers will keep comparing everything to Pursuit of Jade. They have already seen him at a high level, so they will find it harder to accept projects that only reach a medium good standard. From a long-term career perspective, Pursuit of Jade was a milestone. It not only brought fame, but also shaped Zhang Linghe's image in the eyes of international audiences. Overdue was a practical test. It showed that he can try different genres and still pull large numbers, but he has not yet created a second role with the same defining weight. After Overdue, the biggest question is no longer whether he is still popular. The question is which direction he will choose. Will he continue taking high-commercial, fast-paced, high-emotion projects to maintain heat, or will he become more selective and prioritize scripts and teams that can deliver the same lasting quality Pursuit of Jade once did? There is a reality that many people in the industry understand. After an actor achieves a major breakthrough, every following choice becomes more important. One mediocre drama may not kill a career, but if several appear in a row, they will slowly blur the strong impression that came before. Zhang Linghe is now in a stage where he has enough capital to choose carefully. Yet he also faces pressure to prove that Pursuit of Jade was not just temporary luck. Overdue showed the positive side of his commercial power, but it also revealed the risks if quality is not placed at the center. I believe the most important thing for Zhang Linghe right now is not to chase every hot project. It is to build an image of an actor who has depth and selectivity. Audiences can forgive one imperfect drama, but they will find it hard to forget if they keep seeing an actor appear only in projects that rely on short-term heat. Pursuit of Jade opened the door. Overdue tested how strong that door really is. The upcoming projects, whether costume or modern, will decide which room he steps into next. In short, Pursuit of Jade is the drama that truly made his name. It elevated both his career and his value. Overdue is the drama that showed he still holds strong commercial appeal, yet it could not recreate the same level of conviction in quality and depth. The two dramas do not cancel each other out. They simply show two different sides of the same actor standing at an important crossroads. If you have watched both, what do you think? Do you believe Zhang Linghe should keep experimenting with new genres, or should he prioritize projects with more stable quality? Leave your thoughts below. I'm Jessica, and this is Unseen File. Thank you for listening. See you in the next analysis.